I'm here at Marsha's exhibition of female climbers at the Parthian Climbing Centre in Manchester. Amazing, Marsha. I've seen your stuff on Instagram a lot, but it's kind of, the impact I see in a photograph's so different, isn't it? A lot of the faces they're not sort of action faces again, because you're so used to Instagram for people to pretend they're climbing. To see people actually climbing is really refreshing, because you just concentrate really hard, don't you, when you're climbing? Look at that, everyone's just concentrated. No one's got their mouth lying open and shouting. It's just fully focused. That's amazing.
Right, so here we have a picture of Tanya on Mandela. Wow. And then of Anna on GBH at Malham.
Oh, the exhibition. Amazing.
Right, so here are some of the main ones. Yeah, that's me. So that's the Koga. A fantastic venue, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the best of Yorkshire limestone, isn't it? The green fields.
Yeah.
This is like a whole other kind of picture. Much
Close
more.
That's action, that is, Marsha. Yeah.
It's emotional.
You're very in her space, aren't you? In the climber's space. In this.
Yeah, and honestly, I just want to help her. Just look at what, look at what she's clipping off. It's absolutely insane. Huh. You just want her to just get it done. Yeah. Just get it in, get it in.
It's because you are in the climber's space, aren't you? Yeah. You're there with them, being so close.
Yeah, and
beautiful.
Nobody gets to see this.
No.
Nobody gets to watch it from there.
No.
It's like it's a unique perspective.
Lucky us.
Lucky
us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marsha. We're here at your exhibition in Parthian Climbing Centre in Manchester. Just amazing. Marsha, I've been around and looked at the photographs. Incredible, and it's good to see what it is. It's a collection of your photographs of women climbers over what sort of time frame?
I think the first picture was taken in 2020, but most of them were taken last year. So I made a conscious decision from April that I was going to seek out female climbers. I'm going to set specific dates when I'm going to go up on the ropes, and I'm going to have a proper crack at taking some really good pictures of them, which panned out. I mean, I got injured over the summer, so it was like perfect time. I couldn't climb. I know. Like, if not for that, probably wouldn't have had enough pictures for this.
Yeah, amazing.
But yeah, so girls were super cooperative. They would sometimes recommend their friends and say, "Oh, have you heard of this girl? She's trying that." And a lot of it just came together quite organically.
Project, how did it all work out? You say you got a lot of cooperation of the climbers. Did it form itself as it went along, or did you know immediately what you were trying to do? Did your vision change, or?
So, British people in general, and women in particular, are very reluctant to put themselves forward and act and be visible. People like to get their things done on the down low. They don't like too much attention, and I find that shocking, because these women were trying incredible routes. They were doing such cool things, and yet they were very much like, "Oh, I don't know, who wants to see this kind of thing?" Right. And I think that's completely wrong. I think what they're doing is incredible, and being Russian, I'm the opposite. You know, things need to be visible. You need to put things on show. You know, if it happens, you need to share it. So I thought, okay, I'll bring that in, right, and I'll bully people into getting on the routes for me and letting me take pictures. And yeah, there was a bit of hesitation. It wasn't resistance, it was hesitation of, oh, is it really that interesting? But I think it is, don't you think?
So a few things have struck me getting around here. First of all, image consumption today is mostly Instagram and mobile phones, and to see these printed out full size, there's a real impact to them all. And you can do that thing of getting closer and closer and closer, which is a really, really nice process to do so. And then you stand back and see the full impact of images such as this one. It's a real powerful thing to me, and it's very it makes me realise how small these screens are. It's like almost like a breath of fresh air standing outside seeing these things, and also they've got a real style to them. Again, when you look at the climbers, the thing that pulls me in is how focused everyone is and how concentrated, almost like a calmness. There's almost always a calmness in people's face, isn't there? And despite the extremity of the situation.
Yeah, it's not something that you normally see. You normally watch people from below.
Exactly.
You never see the emotions, you never see the...
Or your own.
You don't know what you look like.
Yeah. So it's, the thing that strikes me is a lot of the women climbers here, young women, a lot of them I've never heard of before, and they're all on pretty chunky routes, 7s, 8As, 8A pluses. It really illustrates the depth of what's happening today with these climbers, with young women climbers. Unless
you go to the crags, you don't realize what people are trying. You don't realize who's on the scene, so to speak. You can go up to the comps, and some of these people you might recognize. Like Thea, you would see her in a comp. But there's loads of other climbers who've either never competed or of a different age group to even consider competing. Yet they're still pursuing such big, impressive projects.
Really impressive.
Like Tanya and Ella in particular, they decided to do Mandela at Kilnsey together.
What a route.
Exactly, isn't it? It's intimidating even for,
Me? Yeah. So one of the things about this, all these amazing photographs of amazing women climbers and illustrating the sort of the standard and the depth of standard out there, was that one of the missions that you had? They sort of show the world, show people what's going on in the crags?
Oh, absolutely.
It's been a surprise to me.
As a woman, I notice things when you go into a crag and it's a very male-dominated environment. Climbing photography, climbing videography, very male-dominated. You very rarely see a female perspective.
I totally agree with that.
So I felt it was almost like my duty to show my perspective of the climbing world, and I take loads of pictures of men, loads of them, and it almost felt like you need to redress the balance, that nobody else was going to do it. It was a conscious decision of saying, right, what do we have? And just being open to taking pictures of anyone on anything that I saw around me. So this is not somebody I dragged out of retirement and just say, oh, can you pose in this? This was people working their project.
Snapshots, like high quality. You're photographs of snapshots.
But
snapshots.
It's journalism. It's not make believe. It's not. Or can you just hang there and look pretty?
Yeah. Your photographs are amazing. Are you professional? Or what's your relationship to them?
I've been working in photography for about 20 years now. So I did, when I still lived in Moscow, I did a degree in photo technology, so developing film, printing, studio setups. So it was a very technical course. There wasn't much art in there. But since then I worked for magazines, for sport coverage, theatre, photography. So I've done loads over the years. It was every period I would be doing something different, but photography has been a big part of what I did for work.
Marsha, one of the things I'm looking at, you say people normally don't get to see these aspects of climbs because people are from below. It makes me think about how much effort, physical effort it is to get into positions. What was the logistics of taking these pictures? Because you can't really get to the top of Limestone crags very easily. So it was obviously you getting yourself in position must have been epic several times. Is that true?
That is true, yeah. I literally picked up rope access skills as I went along.
Right.
So I had my kit and I basically learned how to use it. A lot of it was dogging up routes and some sketchy moments, and then I got better at it. So most of the times I can get myself up on a static and then take the rope down myself. Took some doing, but for some crags it was a mission and a half to get in a position where I wanted to be, especially in Kilnsey, photographing Mandela, that was a tricky one.
Right.
To get to clipstick all the way up there with all the gear. Some routes you sometimes get a bit of help. Somebody can just bring up, pull up your static and put it in somewhere which is your ideal, but you still have to Joomera up and pull all your, camera kits up and everything. So yeah, it's effort, and often you have to forgo your own climbing.
Right.
If you want to take climbing pictures. Yeah. That's one thing.
And you're happy to do that. This project means so much that you get fully involved.
Yeah.
Are you pleased with it?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's important. I did this because I thought it was important that people see this.
Yeah. We're going to be here at Parthian Climbing in Manchester for almost a month.
Yeah, till the 10th of February. These pictures are going to be here, and then they're going to move to Southampton, so Parthian Southampton.
When's that?
After this gets wrapped up, yeah. So we're just deciding which dates, but it's going to be from February till March.
Okay, and then March we're taking them to Sheffield Adventure Festival.
Yeah, for the weekend.
BMC will have them there.
Yeah.
And then let's try and get them around the country. Everyone needs to see these. Everyone
I think so, yeah.
Needs to see these
definitely, I agree.
Incredible.